It will be interesting to see how that all unfolds. Although, fortunately, Rick, I appreciate you put together the party of the year at the upcoming Sprott Symposium in just a few weeks, where I'll be at the Miles Franklin booth and you have experts from around the world. So if anyone wants to know or talk more about silver, you're experts on any of these topics. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. You know, for about 30 years, Sprott has been a participant, and for the last 8 years, the producer of the Vancouver Natural Resources Investment Symposium. It's had my face on it for 3 decades, so I'm going to tell you that I believe it's the best all-around natural resource symposium on the planet. Other people's opinion might vary. We cover all aspects of precious metals and natural resource investing, from the metals themselves to the underlying economies, to industrial materials like base metals, oil and gas, and uranium. Importantly, yes, we have all the big gurus, you know, Daniela DiMartino Booth, Jim Rickards, all those types of people, Doug Casey. We also have industry people, but most importantly, I think, we have serially successful CEOs who have built major mining and oil and gas companies, talking about the lessons that they've learned building their companies, and how that impacts their investment decisions and how it should impact yours. The other thing that we do that our attendees have always appreciated is that every exhibitor at our conference, every public company exhibitor, is owned in a Sprott account. Now, that doesn't mean that every stock that Sprott picks goes up, sadly, although we've had a hell of a year. Yeah. But what it does mean is that we vetted every single exhibitor. We know them well enough that we own them. We're at risk on them. And people have liked that. But I'm going to go a step further for your listeners. You know, this is the first time that we've ever done a virtual conference. Every other conference has been live. We've been there. And there are advantages to live conferences. I had an attendee tell me last year that walking around the exhibit floor, following Ross Beatty and then following Robert Friedland to see what booths they went to, yep, was worth more than the cost of admission. Mm-hmm. We're not going to be able to do that this year because we're not going to be there. And we're not going to be able to take our good friends like Chris Marcus out on a boat in the harbor and drink alcohol and look at the wonderful Vancouver skyline. We're not going to be able to do that. But what we are going to be is we're going to be freed from the tyranny of time, in the sense that if there are 4 workshops going on and you can't decide between 2 of them, you can toggle back and forth between them and attend one in a delay. So there will be advantages in technology. But I'm going to take the risk away from your listeners. Anyone who is a paid attendee at our conference, who at the end of the conference doesn't think they got their money's worth, can email me and say, you said on Chris Marcus' show that if I didn't think I got my money's worth, that you would refund me my money. Money back guarantee. If you don't get your money's worth, you don't pay. Now, you know, don't take advantage. I'm not trying to give people a free show. But if for any reason the technology doesn't work for you and the content doesn't work for you and you didn't get value, you don't have to pay.
Well, fortunately, I was digging around in the software the other day, testing a few things out, getting our Miles booth set up, and it's actually pretty neat. You can see, it's like you said, one of the challenges with the conference is sometimes so many things going on, and I think people will love it. It's, you know, some people go to fantasy camp so they can play baseball with Mickey Mantle, and you know, if you like gold and silver and want to really interact with people, so many of whom, you know, you're reading their newsletters and investing in these companies. Well, the link is in the description field below. You can click there to get your ticket today. Rick, I appreciate you joining me here today. I'm excited to follow the silver market. I think whatever people do and invest, not what I think or Rick thinks, but what you think is right, but just from the standpoint of some truly historic, fascinating events that so many people in this sector have been excited about. So I think it's going to be a fantastic time at the conference, and I'll look forward to seeing you there.